Yo, it's your boy Casual Rail with the Silent A podcast. And man, we're back with another one and a quick one at that. Yo, hit that like button, comment below, and as always, subscribe if you got the time. We really appreciate that love. Let's get straight into it. The reality of Agit Kabayel and Joseph Parker getting it on for the number one contender in the heavyweight division. Now, we use the word reality of for two aspects. Number one, should it even happen? Should it even go down? Meaning based on the current environment and the heavyweight landscape, based on where these two fighters are at, should this even go down? What's the reality of it? Can this even happen? And then a quick cover on the second end, on the back end, I should say. How would this fight really look? Is this a fight that we even need to see? Let's go with number one. Reality of Agit Kabayel, Joseph Parker, or Joseph Parker, Agit Kabayel, in my personal opinion, how it should be. I have Joseph Parker ranked higher than Agit Kabayel. I have seen in some other rankings where Agit Kabayel is higher than Joseph Parker. Again, I disagree, mainly based on their last set of fights and performances. Don't get me wrong. Both men are pushing the sport of boxing. Both men are pushing the heavyweight division. And to me, both men are the top talented in the heavyweight division, only under Orslander Usyk. Reality of this fight. Usyk Dubois, July 19, 2025. Joseph Parker, we all know the history, is next in line, should be next in line, better be next in line for that fight after he got, disrespected, in my opinion, and not getting the fight that should have went down February 22nd, 2025 for his scrap with Daniel Dubois. We're not going to go over the whole history. July 19th, 2025, this fight's going down. That's about a month or so out. If the business of boxing holds true and straight, Joseph should get his shot at the winner, unless the sport of boxing holds true and straight and there's a rematch immediately if something goes down incorrect. What do I mean? Daniel Dubois beating the likes of Usyk by whatever way, knockout, decision, whatever. There would definitely be an automatic rematch if that happens, right? We'll do a 3-minute fight drill, 3-minute fight breakdown in the first look for those, for our personal opinions. But let's just say that that happens. There's an automatic rematch and Joseph Parker has to wait even longer. Let's say Usyk, who is the favorite right now, beats Dubois, and somehow it's controversial again. Business of boxing can hold true and try to push another rematch for the money. But let's say all that goes right. Usyk wins. Joseph Parker's up. Should Joseph Parker take a keep busy fight? My personal opinion, he should. But take a keep busy fight with the likes of Agit Kabayel. And this is where the reality comes in. Agit Kabayel is not a keep busy fighter. That is a real scrap. That is a fight for number one contender. Honestly, for the solid spot of number two. That is a dangerous fight to be taken as a keep busy type fight or a prelude to a championship fight with Orslander Usyk. You could very well lose that kind of fight. That is a 50-50% matchup, and we're going to get back into the reality of how that fight goes down, but that's a 50-50 fight right there. A dangerous scrap for either man who's trying to get championship contention. But then again, this is the heavyweight division. This is boxing. This is the fight game. We are here to fight. And we're talking about two of the biggest warriors who took on all the biggest names that were remaining in the heavyweight division and cleared them out. Some of the hardest punchers that you've seen. And both men, in my personal opinion, were put in there to lose against the last fighters they've been beaten. Whether it was from the Zone side of the house, Turkey Al-Sheikh side of the house, these men, meaning Joseph Parker and Agit Kabayel, were not the favorites in their last few fights. They were put in there to build the names of the guys they were fighting who were feared fighters. Who am I talking about? Deontay Wilder, Zhilei Zhang, and the big Russian Mike Tyson. Those men were put in there to lose. against those type of fighters. You can see it from the promotion, how it's been built up, built up, built up. It was all on the A side guy and a little bit on Joseph Parker and Agit Kabayel, who both came in and stole the show. Why? Because they are actually the better boxers in the division. They are actually the better fighters in the division. They are actually the better warriors, the true warriors in the division. The only persons I put up above them is right now Alexander Usyk. Period. Daniel Dubois, in my personal opinion, is underneath both of them. We're saying this to say what's the reality is, because the reality could be that neither one of these men even care about the belt anymore and want to get in there and get the fight going with the biggest fight that can happen. And I won't be surprised if Joseph Parker and Agit Kabayel just sign an agreement and get it going, especially if the money is right. Why? Because they are fighters. Why? Because these men are warriors. Why? Because these men don't like to wait and wait and wait and just sit down and get something gifted to them that they should have already had. So what's the reality of it? If it's proposed to them, I believe both of those men would sign the fight. Joseph Parker might have a little hesitation, especially if his promoters have got him guarantees for the Alexander Usyk fight to happen next if he beats Daniel Dubois. Probably a little bit of hesitation, but he'll probably lean for it. He'll probably smile and say, yeah, I'll just take that man on anyways, just like he did with Martin Bakole 48 hours out. That's just the type of fighters they are. These are old school type fighters, real men with real power. Personal opinion. I don't think Parker should take on Agit Kabayel, and vice versa. I don't think Kabayel should take on Parker. These two men have done some heavy lifting in the heavyweight division, taking on the top contenders. It's time for somebody else to do a little bit of work as well and let these men get maybe good main event cards on their own or on the same card and let them display their talents to the world in a fight that puts them in position, keeps them busy, keeps that ring rust up off of them, and lets them get in line for their championship fights. Reality of the fight itself. What will happen if these two men got in the ring? If Joseph Parker and Agit Kabayel signed to have a fight, rumored to be late fall, early winter, so we're talking October, November timeframe, depending on how the Usyk and Dubois fight goes, it will be top 5 guaranteed fight of the year. Potentially could take the fight of the year, depending on how it goes. It would be a classic. I think it would be underrated headed into. So meaning I think there'll be some promotion. There'll be, the true fight fans will be there for it, tuned in. But the casuals, the wide known sports audience and everything probably won't be locked in and tuned into it, just like how, the Bivol Better Beef series has been, right? Not as big as you think it should have been, but it's big in the boxing world, if that makes sense. So I think it'll be underrated, but once it happens, it'll be an instant classic. You'll see some violence. You'll see some tactics. You'll see some proper boxing. You'll see some proper shot placement. You'll see some body work. And again, I leave it at 50-50. Either one of those men can win. It just depends on who had the better game plan that night, because I got them pretty equal on skill set. It will come down to the corner, the coaching, the training, and who realizes what's going on in the ring first, and who can get the right shot placement in, who can control the action, and who can land the best and biggest shot at the right time in that fight. I don't think it goes all the way. I think it will go stoppage either way between rounds 8 and 10. And it'll be a classic. Both men can probably hit the canvas back and forth. And as I talk more about it, and I think more about it, I would love to see the fight. I don't think it's the right move for Parker. I don't think it's the right move for Agit Kabayel for those two men to get in the ring right now, unless something crazy happens with the Parker-Dubois match. But at the same time, selfishly, for the heavyweight division, that's a scrap we need to see. Anyways, we talked too long on this. Let us know what you think. Should Agit Kabayel and Joseph Parker go ahead and sign that paperwork, get it going, or both take on, keep busy fights on the same card, display their skill sets, and maybe align for a clash 2026? Or just stay away from each other altogether. They've done enough for the sport of boxing and for the heavyweight division. It's your boy Casrell with the Sign A Podcast. Hit that like button, comment below, and as always, subscribe if you got the time, man. We appreciate that love. Until the next time. Peace.